According to a Weibo post that's been getting a lot of attention lately, the families of the Chinese victims of the Boston Marathon bombing are looking to receive roughly $2.2 million in compensation from a special fund created for the victims of the attack. Now, for the Chinese girl that was injured in the bombing, a compensation of $940,000 will be given. Now, the money for the fund was collected from donations and amounted to over $60 million. The amount of compensation that will be given is apparently more than the amount given to the victims of the 9/11 attacks, and a lot more than what Chinese people will receive if they ever got into an accident in China. Now, most Chinese internet users who read this Weibo post have plenty to say about China's own compensation system. So now let's take a look at some of their thoughts and opinions.
People are talking about the amount of money involved in the compensation, but what they don't realize is the sorrow of losing an only child cannot be remedied with money. These parents are too old to have more children. Their loss is devastating. The money is donated. Would you want the Chinese government to ask us for donations to be given as compensation to accident victims? That's the difference between America and China. In America, the money is put into a fund, people trust the fund, and the fund helps those in need. In China, donations are a government-driven effort. Nobody trusts the funds, there's no transparency, and the money ends up as a Hermes bag for the mistress of some government official. Let's not always compare ourselves with America. In America, things are people-driven. In China, everything is government-driven. Donations and government spending are the same. They are all money out of the wallets of taxpayers. The difference is, in America, everyone knows where the money is going. In China, everything is a scam and makes it easier for bad government officials to steal from the public. Compared with the kind of compensation that the Chinese government gives to its own people, 2.2 million American dollars is a fortune. I wish the Chinese government would place more value on the lives of its own people, but then again, the Chinese government, no matter which dynasty, has always placed more value on the lives of foreigners.
One of the most high-profile accidents in China in recent years would have to be the high-speed rail crash of 2011. Now, there was a lot of controversy regarding the crash and claims that the local government tried to cover up the accident by burying the train cart before rescue efforts could take place. The Chinese government originally offered the Chinese families only 450,000 yuan, or roughly $70,000. However, later, the Chinese government doubled the offer to 915,000 yuan, or roughly $140,000. Now, many relatives of the victims felt that the compensation was insufficient and that the Ministry of Railways needed to take more responsibility. Now, there have been a lot of stories regarding accident compensations, and oftentimes foreigners will get a bigger check than Chinese nationals. And usually, Weibo users would be outraged since it would imply that the lives of foreigners are worth more than the lives of Chinese people. Now, there are some people who believe that special treatment of foreigners and extraterritoriality are still present in the country.